Hello, my name is Charles Webster Baer. Today is November 27th, 2008. I'm in Bend, Oregon, USA. I am going to talk about the history of the universe. Now, if the universe was created, it was created 16 billion years ago. If the universe has always been around, then 16 billion years ago it was so small that the human mind cannot conceive of how small it really was. Anyway, whatever the deal is, 16 billion years ago, the universe was either created or started getting big, fast. Back then, in the old days, it was an energy plasma that was rapidly expanding. And as it expanded, it cooled. And as the plasma expanded and cooled, it formed leptons, which formed electrons, and it formed quarks, which formed protons. These then formed hydrogen atoms. And so now we've got this huge expanding cloud of hydrogen. Then gravity acted on areas of the universe and contracted clouds of hydrogen, and the pressure was so great, fission and fusion reactions occurred and ignited these clouds into stars. And there was leftover matter created by the stars, and the stars basically were hydrogen, and the fusion and fission inside these stars created other elements. And these other elements are the elements like lava blobs and gas blobs got caught in the orbit of these stars and formed planets. And the sun and the earth were formed 5 billion years ago. And life was created 3 billion years ago by accident. Or by alien robots. Anyway, so life was like bacteria or something, whatever, which evolved with DNA mutation to form algae, which created oxygen and the sky, and the algae evolved into plants, which evolved into fish, which evolved into reptiles, which evolved into mammals, which evolved into monkeys, which evolved into humans, which evolved into computers, which evolved into whatever. So 20,000 years ago, humans began creating societies and cultures and language, and started using tools and farming and creating stuff. And then 2,500 years ago, in China and India and Greece, the people started forming civilizations, mathematics, philosophy, democracy, all that good stuff. And Buddha from Nepal cruised down to India and started getting philosophical and determined that the individual knows that the individual exists because the individual knows that the individual's thoughts exist. But the individual can't know that the thoughts are real or not. So Buddha said, okay, look, the universe may exist, it may not exist, but I exist. And if the universe does exist, great. Rock on. And if the universe doesn't exist, well then, hopefully I'll get to check out what does exist eventually. Now, this was interpreted as Buddhism, which didn't catch on in India or Nepal, but did in China. And it also traveled the trade routes west to the Middle East, which, how should I put this, influenced other religions like Christianity and Islam. And I won't go too deeply into that. Anyway, so, and then we got the Roman Empire, then we got Europe and the Industrial Revolution, and then we got America and freedom, and then we got technology and overpopulation and globalization and all this other stuff. And so now we've got the entire planet Earth coming together as one, with one world currency. Yeah. And one world government, the United Nations, and the International Monetary Fund. And, you know, so we're all rocking. And that's cool. And to learn more about all this exciting stuff, you can check out my two websites. The first one is globalinternetgovernment.com, and the second one is charleswebsterbaer.com. So you can go there, and there are chat rooms where you can post all your crazy stuff on. Cool. And that is the history of the universe, according to me. And you know, there'll be more exciting developments as the years progress, and hopefully as a species we'll be moving in the right direction, which is, in case you weren't aware, freedom of speech online, women's rights, birth control, human population going down, and continuing to go down, etc., etc., etc.